On today's episode, I'm going to show you a pedal that there's no way ever in any possible place, time, space continuum, or parallel universe that you are interested in buying. So just know that if the prices go up, it is not my fault. You're all crazy. The MagicStomp came out in 2003, and that was kind of a weird time. We had Limp Bizkit, Avril Lavigne, Evanescence, Travis, who I love, very underrated band, Beyonce, and what, Nick?
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
And the fifth Harry Potter. And that Disney movie Holes, I think, right?
Yeah.
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo. You get the point. Lizzie McGuire. We're just going to keep doing this, aren't we?
X-Men 2.
Anyway. The MagicStomp is old, like almost 20 years old. I don't ever see anybody talking about it. I've seen these for years and years, and I know that a couple of famous guitar players have really depended on this for their sounds. So I bought this about a year ago. It's kind of set around. I just now got to it. And honestly, you're gonna watch me use it for the first time in jams making actual music. And the point of this episode is, again, to kind of explore that space of using things that people hate on or things that people say suck. I want to use this and create some good music. So I'm going to do a jam, and I'm going to find a patch that I love for that jam that I have in my head. We're going to do that, and then I'm going to find a second patch and do a lead part. So you're going to see an overdub, which is pretty rare in the jams on the show. We're just going to use this, make 4 songs with it, and show you the versatility of it. I think this is a really great tool for studio use. The manual's here. It's too big for me. I don't want to read this manual. I just want to figure it out. It has a CD-ROM where you need to use like a Windows computer with XP. Not gonna happen. It has this chunky cable. You can go in and write your own user presets and stuff. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna use it as it is out of the box, fresh factory reset. And let's get started. On this first jam, I just wanna do like if Bryan Adams was cryogenically frozen and inserted into a band that was kind of like Matchbox 20, but they had roots in blues that they never used. I'm going to use analog chorus, which is user setting 37. And then I'm going to use the tape echo for a guitar solo. And let's do this. So far, so good. Honestly, that sounds amazing. The tape echo is right on point. I actually prefer, when I think about early digital delays like the DL4, which came out in 2000? This is 3 years later. I love the delay tech of this era. I think they tried really hard. They examined what they were emulating, and this is a fantastic tape delay. That chorus is fantastic as well. Also, I do want to say, when we did the History of the Rat documentary footage where we interviewed employees, we went up to Kalamazoo and we visited Heritage Guitars, which is in the original Gibson location. They made me this. It's really cool. It came in the other day. It is the Custom Core H150. I'm not being paid to tell you this. We just picked a piece of wood out. We had fun with them that day and they mailed this to me. It's really beautiful. So I'm going to use it on everything today, everything that I can. And you just heard it. Look how pretty. Isn't that pretty?
It's beautiful.
It's like a flame top, like a tiger top. like flaming top, right?
It's a fire tiger.
It's a fire tiger. So beautiful. Go check out Heritage. This thing's cool. This next jam, I have found a setting that's super cool. It's called Rotary Mod Delay, and it's setting P80. It's very sample hold modulated thing. It's very like, I don't know how to describe it, but it instantly kind of inspires something that feels like Radiohead King of Limbs to me, something off that album. So I'm gonna do that and just lay this kind of trippy rhythmic thing down with that. And then I'm gonna come back over it with a really dry high gain distortion sound that I found, which is ironically called blues solo. I'm not gonna play anything. Maybe it is the blues. Maybe the blues should not be defined by how I think of the blues. I'm gonna play the blues. I would say that this track is kind of like if Bush merged with Radiohead for a very strange supergroup that nobody really asked for. Again, nobody asked for the supergroup, but that really is, I'm almost positive, a chord progression from a Bush album called The Science of Things that nobody cared about, and I think it has some solid tracks, and I just want to thank Bush for letting me rip off that chord progression. Thank you, Bush. This track, there's a setting, U49, and Larissa's really excited because she was like, I hope you use this, so I used it I used it without knowing she was excited about the sound. It is an optical compression tremolo, I believe. U49. And I'm gonna lay down this thing and drop D. Again, it's these super groups are my inspiration. This is 2003 here, right? This is 2003, and there's some 90s bands who are like, what do we do? What do we do? Beyonce has come and killed grunge. Well, Marcy's Playground wakes up and they say, what are we gonna do? They do their thing, but that guitar player from Incubus busts in for a solo at the end using, it's called Sci-Fi Flash, but he busts through and he sends a message to Beyonce. And that message is, you cannot stop us. And then the drummer from the Toadies comes and it gets crazy. The drummer from the Toadies actually shows up the exact moment that the Incubus guy shows up at the Sci-Fi Flash setting. And Beyonce runs away. I realized as I was listening back to the jam, I probably offended a lot of you, all of you, because let's face it, Beyonce didn't ruin grunge. Grunge ruined grunge, okay? Looking deep into my eyes, say it with me. Grunge
Grunge.
Ruined.
Ruined.
You gotta say it with me. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, now. No. 1, 2, 3, and grunge. Ruined. Grunge. Let's go to the next and final jam. I just want to say that I'm really enjoying this pedal. It looks weird, but so do we. It's purple. Some of you are wearing purple. It has 3 foot switches, so do other pedals. It has a font choice, again, 3rd time. I don't like it, but you know what? I don't like a lot of things. But I can learn to love a pedal, and that's what I'm doing today. And I encourage you to get off your high horse, come down from your cloud of glory, and try out a pedal that you think looks dumb. Some of you might love how it looks. I kind of like how it looks now. Now that I've talked about how I don't like it, I actually love the font. 4th time I've talked about the font. The font. The font is amazing. MagicStomp font is my favorite font. Let's do this next jam. The inspiration for this jam I'm pulling from Pink Floyd's The Wall, but they travel into the future to the recording of U2's Achtung Baby. And the edge sets in once they've already tracked a song that I can't remember the name of. I think it's Run Like Hell. And then there's a slide involved, and then the edge grabs a Telecaster and plays this thing with a setting called P12 ARP Delay. I don't know what that means. ARP, I think of ARPAX, the synthesizer, arpeggiating. It's just a dotted eighth delay sound to me. If I'm missing something, Yamaha, let me know in the comments. So it's a Pink Floyd U2 thing. This is our final jam, and this pedal's really growing on me. It makes me remember 2003. It makes me remember who I am, the dreams that I had, how I'm doing none of those currently in my life, and how I'm a better person than I probably could have been if I did my dreams. Because my dreams were gonna lead me down a dark path, and this pedal is reminding me that my future's not in my hands, it's in the hands of time. And I'm gonna use this delay to simulate the dotted eighth time of my life. What have we learned? We've learned that this pedal sounds really good. I've learned to like it more. I'll say some final comments here. The user interface is almost good to me. There's some things about it I don't love. And I know it's weird to hear me say that, but on and off, and then the setting I'm in is kind of you bank up and down. Now there's some other things you can do if you get involved with this chunky cable that came from a printer. You can make some different patches, and then there's another mode where you can have settings next to each other, like this setting, this one, and this one. You can arrange it, but I didn't learn how to do that. So my experience here is kind of summed up in the fact that, you know, if I took some more time and actually looked at the manual like an adult, I'd have a better user experience, but I don't want to do that. I'm lazy and I need to go to lunch. It's a good pedal. It sounds really good. The sounds are fantastic. If anybody says these sounds are bad, you need to not let that person ever talk to you again. Just tell them to move on and get out of your life. I like it. It's simple. The font has grown on me. And let's face it, Yamaha can make anything, and they do. They make motorcycles, they make jet skis, they make houses, they make refrigerators, they make microwaves, they make pianos, they make guitars, chainsaws. Did I say that already?
No.
They make weed eaters. They make grills. I've seen a grill, I think. What else do they make? Anybody know what they make? They make like baby cribs. They make cribs.
Oh yeah, I've got the Yamaha 3000 baby crib.
The 3000 FD
Yeah.
baby crib for daily crib. The daily, what else? They make stuff. And they knew how they were going to make this, and they made it. And this is before they bought line 6. See, they buy line 6 like 10 years later. Anyway, we're rambling. We need to go to record time. I like this pedal. And again, like I said in the intro, if it goes up in price, which I highly doubt, it's not my fault. Nobody wanted to buy this. Not one of you have ever wanted to buy this. So just keep that in the back of your mind before you spout out hateful comments about me on Gear Thread forum places where you're mean to me. It's not my fault. It's just a pedal. Record time. Today's record time is brought to you by an album that came out in 1998, but I was running it in the ground in 2003. It is David Gray's White Ladder. This is kind of the obnoxious box set. It's just big. So I'm gonna pull the actual album out. If you haven't heard this, it's a classic to me. If you know about it, in the comments, let me know your favorite tracks, what you think about David Gray and his other records. But track 1, Please Forgive Me. I probably listened to that song 50 billion times the same year that the MagicStomp came out. It has Babylon on it, which is a good song. It was the hit. I still hear it like when I go to Sears to buy socks, like it's always playing. Sail Away. Sail Away is the other best song. They're all really good. Check it out in the comments. Let me know what you think. And if you don't like it, try harder. Thanks for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. In the comments, let me know your favorite jam. Let me know if you've used the MagicStomp, if you currently use it, or if you've seen it on some famous people's boards. Let's talk about the MagicStomp. Also in the comments, let me know if you like their choice of font. I'm still torn. I started loving it. Now I've slipped off the cliff and I can't stand to look at it. I don't know where I'm at. Life is really hard, so help me in the comments with that. Hit like, subscribe to the channel, and also there's a bell icon. You can click that and get notifications of every future episode. You can also jam with us on BandLab. There's a link in the description. You can do whatever you want. You can just join in, you can write lyrics, you can sing, you could play a djembe, you can play tambourine, triangle, horns, other stringed instruments, sitars, harps. You could play other drums, you could play guitar, you could play another bass. You could really literally play anything you want. So do that right now. Have a wonderful day. And again, if these prices go up, do not blame me for it. I'm really tired of being blamed for stuff, you know. If I wanted to be blamed for stuff, I would do something else. I don't know. I'm broken inside. Bye.